Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news, Chelsea news. Lots popping off like always. There's interesting topics to talk about and it's going to be another stellar video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've missed out on the earlier video today, do check that out. Generally, we try and post 2 pieces of content on this channel. So check out the earlier video, which was in regards to Malo Gusto and Marcus, no, not Marcus Rashford, Nicholas Jackson. So do check that out. I will drop something in regards to Marcus Rashford on the other channel, Ms. TV Total Football. So do give that a subscription. That will drop very, very soon as well. Now, let's kick things off from this. As you can see on the screen, Renato Veiga's picture is there. The focus, ladies and gentlemen, right now is all about outgoings. I know we're very excited about the incomings. We want maybe another potential attacker. We perhaps want, a goalkeeper, a defender. We'll see. We'll see what happens in those areas. But I think the focus now, and rightly so, should be about players that need to leave Chelsea Football Club. There is a lot of players, a lot. Sterling's name doesn't get thrown around often enough. We've got Felix, we've got Nkunku, we've got Ben Chilwell, we've got Renato Veiga, we've got many Chukwuemeka, and many more. I've probably not even mentioned in this short list as yet. So, and it's important because in order to ensure that we are compliant in the what do you call it, the UEFA sustainability, PSR, basically, profitable sustainability rules and regulation, for us to make sure that we are compliant, we need to, slim down our squad a little bit. The squad is now way too bloated. We need to get rid of players. Now, first name is Renato Veiga. He's definitely very much marketable. There's a lot of suitors out there for him. He's Portuguese international. He has done well for Juventus when he was on loan. It was a strange purchase from Chelsea. I can't even lie. We were linked with Calafiori, and I know Calafiori hasn't done well, but I still would say I think that probably would have suited us a lot more. Because what did Renato Veiga do for us, right? What did Renato Veiga? Look, at the end of the day, I know Calafiori hasn't worked for Arsenal, and that's a separate story. But the message that was given to us in regards to Renato Veiga was that he was going to be a Swiss knife army type of a player, being able to, be versatile as a LCB, as a left back, as a left mid, as a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, all of that. Ultimately, he has done jack all for Chelsea, and he only wanted to be a centre back. That's all he ever wanted to be. This is why he went to Juventus. He didn't want to be all of these other, Swiss army knife type of a player, versatile across the field. So look, he wasn't selected for the Club World Cup. He's not in the Chelsea's equation for next season. He needs to go. So this is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of suitors, which is a good thing. Renato Veiga is still expected to leave Chelsea this summer with permanent move anticipated. Race is open. Interested clubs: Atlético Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Premier League clubs. This is fantastic. Why not? Some big clubs there, and we'll see what Premier League clubs are interested in him. Chelsea won package over 35 million for Veiga, and talks continue. I love this. 35 million pounds package for Veiga. Brilliant. He probably is worth it now because, as I said, Portuguese international, showcased pretty good for Juventus as well. Italian clubs just don't have that kind of money to splash around 35 million on one player. I love this. I think we bought him for about 15 million odd. To be able to get 35 million, and this is where this whole, another new revenue stream comes into play. Chelsea are consistently utilizing the windows as stock market, stock exchange sort of vibe, basically. Every time the window's open, we're looking to bring in players and farm them out for loans and increase their value. And then in the consequent window, we're looking to sell them for sometimes twice the amount of money. And in this case, for Renato Veiga, it is twice the amount of money. So let's see what happens. Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Premier League clubs, come and get your man. But the thing is, we need to start moving, ladies and gentlemen. We really do need to start moving. We are now closing to, more than the middle of the month of July. Month of August is just around the corner. Only a few more, 10 more days left. or 11 more days left. And then the month of August, everyone's going to start preparing for the Premier League season. Every season, every league is going to kick off. So we need to start pushing these players out. So watch this space for Renato Veiga. I like the amount of money. He's no longer in Chelsea's equation, so let's not even worry about that. And I don't think he's done. I don't think he's capable of playing in the Premier League. From the little bits and pieces that we saw of Renato Veiga, I feel like he lacked pace and he lacked awareness. Yeah, his physicality was there. Yeah, his ball playing ability was there. Technicality was there. But overall, I just didn't feel that he was cut out for the Premier League. Chelsea are now busy with some outgoings. They signed several players already, and now is the time to sell some. So we've already sold Madueke. We've sold Kepa. We need to keep on going that way. Nicholas Jackson, watch this space. I think Man United, the fact that they've been able to get rid of Rashford as well now, this will open up a lot of funds. Yeah, I know they didn't get any transfer fee, but in terms of wages, that's a large piece of wage that's just gone from their books. So watch this space in regards to Nicholas Jackson. I think something's going to happen there. And as I said, we've got a lot of players that need to leave. A lot of players. Desasi, I didn't even mention about him. He needs to move on as well. I forgot. Petrovic moved on as well. So we've got 25 million odd from there from Bournemouth. So yes, the focus now is purely with the outgoings. And over the next week, I fully expect at least one or two players to leave. It needs to happen. João Felix, the Benfica links, that needs to be finalized ASAP. And Sterling as well. I mean, what are you waiting around? Please, it's time to move on. It is time to move on. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. This was quite interesting. Wesley Fofana on Instagram to Madueke. See you on the field. Protect your ankles. We are enemies now. All the best, brothers. I love this. So Madueke obviously posted whatever he posted. I don't know, but yeah, he's posted something probably Arsenal related. And as you can see there, Mr. Fofana, see you on the field. Protect your ankles. We are enemies now. All the best, mon frère. All the best. Probably, I don't know. That's in French. Probably means friend. Look, I like this kind of banter, but I want to say one thing. Wesley Fofana, for you to do this, you need to be on the field as well. If anything, the way you're always injured, Wesley Fofana, you're never available. So in order to look, protect your ankles, I'm not advocating for Wesley Fofana to go out there and do damage to Madueke's ankles. No, what I'm saying is, Wesley Fofana, for you to battle against Madueke, you need to start getting fit. And there's question marks as well. Like a player like Chalobah, we've seen recently on the social media, we've seen recently briefs that maybe Chelsea won't force him out anymore. Maybe they're starting to see a lot of fruits in Chalobah. And I've always said it, Chalobah, when he came back from his loan, I said he was probably our best defender. Of all the defenders that we had, he was definitely our best defender. And he's not even the levels. But I'm starting to feel Chalobah's level is definitely rising. Levi Colwell's level has definitely risen. Tosin is there as well. He ain't going nowhere. So, yeah, we definitely need backups. We need backups in the likes of Fofana, in the likes of Badiashile, who's now being touted that he might stick around. So, Wesley Fofana, one, get yourself fit. Two, it's not going to be easy to just break in. I do still think he's a top defender when fit, but it's not going to be easy to just break in. But I like this kind of banter. I can't wait. Honestly, one of the fixtures that I'm going to look forward to next season is Chelsea versus Arsenal, or Arsenal versus Chelsea, whatever the case is, home and away. I'm really looking forward to that fixture, and it's a fixture that I feel hopefully we win, because we're getting closer. We're getting closer and closer. Well, we were getting closer and closer to beating them last season, but I feel like the gap has reduced, and I want to be able to compete with them proper. proper want to be able to compete with them. Few more Instagram stories, ladies and gentlemen. Players are enjoying, and I think it's interesting to showcase all of these things. João Pedro via Instagram. Thank you, football, for everything you have done for me and for thousands of boys who one day dreamed of being football players. I love this, man. João Pedro, I mean, what a story. What an absolute story. A few weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, this guy was on holiday. A Brighton player, he was on holiday. Yeah, he was still keeping himself fit in the beach, but he was on holiday. And then he quickly comes into the Club World Cup mid-tournament, absolutely does a madness for Chelsea Football Club in the Club World Cup. 3 goals, I believe, and an assist as well. The impact was immense. Becomes a Club World Cup champion, becomes a world champion, and then he's on holiday again now. I love this situation from João Pedro. Honestly, this is brilliant. He probably would have never dreamt of this, being a Brighton player literally not that long ago. 3-4 weeks ago, he was still a Brighton player. And now he's a world champion, and now he's back into holiday mode again. Amazing. Amazing how life sometimes works out like that. Check this out. Jamie Gittins via Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Left foot finish. Why not? Jamie Gittins, weak foot. Jamie Gittins practicing well. Look at this. Lovely take on the left. Look, I know I've got a little bit of reservation on Jamie Gittins. I've always said I don't think he's a bad player. Always have said I don't think he's a bad player. But with where we want to be, I just thought that we would have gone for something better, something a little bit more ready-made, as opposed to another player that we need to develop. But I understand, he's got close connections with Joe Shields, he's got close connections with Maresca and a few of the other ex-Manchester City Academy boys. Let's hope that chemistry comes into fruition, and let's hope Jamie Gittins turns out to be the player that we want him to be. So there is definitely a good player there, and there's a player that we can work on. But I just thought that maybe we'll get a little bit more ready-made player to get going. So yeah, let's see what happens. That little clip shows that he's really trying. He's really trying. Lovely weak foot finish. Ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like button. Let me know your thoughts in regards to everything we spoke about in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya. Goodbye.